Joan Jett, I love
Joan
rock
Jett,
and roll.
I
Good
love rock and
afternoon,
roll.
welcome
Good
to
afternoon
Panther
and
baseball,
welcome
home
to
of
Panther
Panther
baseball,
Big
the home of
country,
Panther sports, big
99.
country, 99.
Panthers traveled to Willow Springs
Panthers
today
traveled
for
to Willow
SCA
Springs today for SCA
conference action.
conference
And,
action.
three
defend
defending
their title from
defend
three
their
straight
title
years.
from 3 straight years.
As Gatlin Keelan comes
As
to the
Gatlin
plate,
Keelan comes to the plate,
if he hadn't be here, we got this game streaming live
YouTube,
on Mountain
YouTube,
Grove Panther Sports.
Mountain Grove Panther Sports.
And
we're on the air as Gatlin
Keelan
steps in. We're about to be underway.
and we're
There's the
about to
first
be
pitch,
underway.
and it's a
There's
ball
the
high
first
and
pitch,
tight.
and it's a ball high and tight. Keeling digs in.
He looks at a
Fastball right over the outside corner.
right over the outside corner.
And he
He
got all
rounds
of that
first.
one.
He
He's digging
rounds
for
first.
second. This
He's
isn't a very
digging for
deep
second.
park.
This isn't a very
He's
deep
in
park.
there.
Number
Base.
2, and he's playing second base.
You got Caden Richardson on
You
deck.
got Caden
with
Richardson
Carson
on
Allen,
deck
who's on
with
the bump
Carson
today
Allen,
for
who's
the
on the
Panthers.
bump today for the Panthers.
In the hole.
In the hole. Coach Kaufman.
As Mayberry. He digs in from
Mayberry.
the right side.
He digs in from the right side.
Starting to get a little overclass.
Mayberry
just missed it.
Mayberry just
And it
missed
flies out to center field.
It flies out to
The
center field. The center fielder calls for it and makes
Boy,
the
it was
tag.
right downtown
Boy, it
Central.
was right
and he
downtown
just
Central,
missed
and he just missed it.
It's the same kind of pitch that
Same
Gatlin
kind of
roped
pitch
into
that
right
Gatlin
center field,
roped
and he
into
just
right
got a
center
touch
field, and he
underneath it.
just got a touch
Brian would
underneath
like to
it.
have that one
Brian
back.
would like to have that one back. Richardson.
He's been on a little bit of a tear.
Been on a little bit of a tear, hitting in the 3-hole for the Panthers.
Keeling starting to come out of his slump.
Just a touch inside. One that's just a touch inside.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out.
1 ball,
here,
no
just
strikes,
underway
1
in
out
Willow
here.
Springs,
It's underway in Willow Springs, Missouri.
SCA action.
SCA action.
Panthers against the Bears.
Panthers against the Bears.
Rogers steps off the rubber.
Rogers
He's a slow
steps off the
worker.
rubber. He's a slow worker.
Doesn't get in a hurry.
Doesn't get in a hurry.
He checked.
Hit it where they ain't. Hit it where they ain't.
And he keeps that bat and
He keeps that bat and
average
climbing higher and higher.
Brings up Carson.
That brings up Carson.
His bat's been coming to life.
His bat's
lately.
been coming to life lately.
Fouls it off out of play.
He fouls it off out of play.
Richardson on first with
Richardson
an RBI
on
single.
first
And
with an
Panthers
RBI
lead this one
single.
early.
And Panthers
1 to
lead
nothing.
this one early, 1 to nothing. That one off over the right side.
No balls, 2 strikes on Allen.
No balls, 2 strikes on Allen, 1 out.
Panthers would like to put up crooked
Panthers
numbers.
would like to put up crooked numbers.
Carson waits a pitch outside. Moves to 1 ball,
Now
2
the count
strikes
moves
on
to 1
Carson
ball,
with
2
Richardson
strikes
on
on
first
Carson
here
with
in the
Richardson on
top of the
first here in the
inning.
top of the first inning.
And there's one inside.
And there's
and that
one
evens the count.
inside, and that evens the count.
That evens the count. 2 balls,
That
2
evens the
strikes.
count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
On Allen.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and miss right
And
there.
a swing and miss right there. He's had some big hits here just recently. 2 down, though. 2 down. There's a pitch right over the plate. My goodness gracious, what do you want? It cut the plate in 2. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. He takes another fastball right over the outside corner. Garrett Hutzel on deck. Garrett playing first base when Carson pitches. And he swings and misses, and they get Hoyt on strikes, and that's going to do it for the top of the first inning as the Panthers get 1 run on 2 hits, and Strand 1 will be Welcome back to Panther Baseball on the home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. We moved to the bottom half of the first inning. Jace Rogers up with Foster on deck. It hits off the wall, and Rogers digs into second base with a leadoff double.
Right center. Stand up double to lead it off for the Bears.
And Wilbanks is on deck here. So just like that, Willow Springs starts it.
Drops a putt.
And I mean, that went right over the pitcher's head.
Second for Wilbanks.
Nobody out. That brings up Wilbanks. Four runners on first and second for Willow Springs. That's a good pitch there. There's another bunt and gets him over there to second and third.
Shortstop Roberts up to deck. Moss up to bat. Moss on deck.
Foster, one out. Good pitch. And bobbled by Keeling. And that lets the tying run come across in the corner. One down here.
Moss up to bat.
Moss.
On deck.
Have runners on the corner. Allen looks in, gets the sign. He wheels, he deals. There's another one right up the middle. Get second for one and first for two as the Panthers turn a double play. Willis scored one run on 2 base hits, and Strand two. We'll be back with the top of the second with your Panthers coming to bat on the home Panther Baseball, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Baseball on the home of Panther Sport. The Panthers gave up 1 run on 2 hits, and they had an error. As Rogers goes on the B Blinton on deck. Hutzel plays first when Carson's on the bump. He drills one down the right. Good swing by Garrett there, but now he's down in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. He's going to have to choke and poke here. He deals. Good job protecting the dish by Hutzel. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, no outs. Top of the second inning here in Willow Springs, Missouri. SCA action. Rogers, he winds. And strike 3 as it paints the outside corner and gets Garrett looking. That brings up Linton.
For the Panthers. Center fielder Linton. Hoy on deck.
Gabe has had a few good hits. A curveball or a changeup. It took something off of it. Linton swings at it and swings through it. Hangs tough as he fouls one out of play. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes, and Rogers don't mess around with many balls. He hits the strikes as he winds and deals and swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 4.
Number 5 for Rogers.
You can't get in the hole. I've got to go up there and swing often and early. Be aggressive at the plate. As Rogers winds. Panthers all tied up 1-1. Rod as Hoy dives for first.
Hoy hits a chopper.
That brings up Sam Peterson. Coach Kaufman's old school. He He doesn't have the wristbands. He's got the signals going. Hoy with good wheels on front. We'll be back with more Panther baseball on the home of Welcome back to Panther Baseball on the home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Kaufman
Lures on deck.
with lure on deck. Tell you, Rogers has been impressive. He goes at you. If you're not ready to swing the bat, he's going to have you down 0-2. No balls, one strike. There's one up in his eyes. He said that. Allen winds and deals just a touch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Carson had his best outing of the year last week in a miss.
2-2.
Ball pops out of Hoyt's Willow Springs Bears. Panthers trying to get there's a
Strike out of the inning for
couple of them. It's all tied up 1-1 here. And there's a nice pitch. That's almost impossible to hit. Painted the black on the outside part of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Carson looks in, gets the signs in the strikeout department. He just had his first one. And now there's a one hit over to Keeling. Slow. Keeling's up with it, fires, and he gets him. Good play by Gatlin.
Throws him out. Second out of the inning.
Defense looks like this. Matthews behind the dish. You got Richardson at third, Keeling at short, Mayberry on second. Oh, there's a good pitch for a strike. You got Garrett Hutzel on first. In right field, you got Sam Peterson center. You got Gabe Linton in left. You got Braden. No balls, 2 strikes. And Carson, who's a quick worker, about to get out of this inning unscathed. He winds. He deals. And Mansfield sets in. There's a swinging pitch. He couldn't get him to chase.
2-2.
Now the count's even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Go get him, Carson. Put it up there and let him hit it. No walks. There's one. Strike 3. And that's 2 strikeouts in the inning for Carson Allen. On Willow goes 3 up, 3 down. We'll be back with the Panthers coming to bat on the home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Baseball on the home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. As he's been cold this spring so far, we need him hitting. 4-year starter for the Panthers. Always hit over 300, and I don't know if he's hitting 300 yet this year. Hitting well over 300 most years. There's a ball inside. Good eye by Gatlin. 2 balls, no strikes. You got Brylan Mayberry on deck. Brylan just missed one. Popped it way up. There's ball 3 for Gatlin. Whoop upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Panthers need base runners. You need to go up. And this is the first time Rogers has really started behind anybody. He throws a straight fastball right downtown. And it splits the plate in two. Now the count moves to 3 balls, 1 strike. There's ball 4, and Keeling draws the first walk.
Draws the leadoff walk to start the third.
Yep, and that brings up Mayberry.
Second baseman Mayberry up to bat. Richardson on.
Popped up his last time. Like I said, just missed it. Keeling with good wheels. Gatlin digs off. Mayberry tries to bunt. Good pitch. That would have been a hard one to bunt. But he stabbed at it. So Keeling on first. All knotted up at 1 here. They fire over to first. Gatlin's back easy. Keeling gets a pretty good lead on first base. They're setting up outside on Mayberry. Mayberry gets back in. They're a little worried about Keeling over on first. He gets a big old lead. Here comes a pitch, and it's inside.
Ball inside, 1-1.
Causes Bryland to do a little bit of scissors action to get out of the way of that one. That evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Warm afternoon. A little bit hazy. I mean, there are clouds in the sky today. He winds. Mayberry hits one to third. And everybody's safe as the third baseman spikes it into the dirt, and the second baseman can't come up with it for Willow.
First and second.
Nobody out. Ducks on the pond. Richardson went in the 4 holes last time. Good piece of hitting. Didn't try to do too much with it. Big hole over there as they have the second baseman holds the base runner on. Do it again. Richardson's a smart hitter. He winds and deals, and it's just a touch inside. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs here. Top of the 3rd inning, Panthers trying to get something going. 1-1's your score. Train right behind the ball field. Going through here in Willow Springs, Missouri. Rogers looks in, gets his sign, comes set, fires in the dirt low. Good.
2-0.
Good eye by Richardson. 2 balls, no strikes. Caden can be a little particular here. 1 pitch, 1 place. They're worried about him out there. He's like a little gnat. 2 balls, no strikes. Runners on first and second. 1-1's your score. Rogers deals. Oh, right across the plate. Man. That'd be the 1 pitch, 1 place for me. Whew. Keeling walked. Mayberry reached on an error. Richardson. He drills one over towards the third base dugout.
Fouled off. 2-2.
2-2.
Called catcher's interference. That'll load the bases.
It hit his gloves.
No outs.
Catcher's interference, so Richardson earns a free base.
Correction. Matthews on deck.
That brings up Carson Allen with the bases juiced full of Panthers. Willow Springs coach is going to come talk. As the bat hit the catcher's glove. Umpire's explaining himself. You could hear it. And I knew it was the glove or Caden's foot. Carson with bases juiced. A hit here would mean some runs. Top of the 3rd inning. Rogers looks in. Nobody out. The ball out. Carson can help himself out. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases full of Panthers. Nowhere to put him. He drills one into deep center field. The center fielder's back at the wall, makes the catch. But Keeling's going to tag up, and he gets home easy.
Drives one to deep center.
Man, sacrifice fly for Carson. Safe.
Mayberry steals home. Score.
Safe. The umpire called him safe, so good base running by Mayberry. Richardson, with all that going on, stayed camped at first. But the Panthers score one run on a sac fly. Score one on a sac fly, and they score one on a base running deal. So it's 3-1. And they always safe as they drop the ball. And Hammer and Hoyt reaches.
Short. It's forced out a second. Second out.
Will almost turn two there. Destin Unger's going to come in and run for Matthews. Hutzel looked at strike three last time. 2 down. Linton on deck. 3-1. Panthers on top of the third inning. Rogers checks Unger. There's one drilled. Second baseman makes a good play on it. Hutzel hit it square, but right at the second baseman. And that's going to do it for the Panthers, but not before they score 2 runs on no hits. And strand one. We'll be back with the bottom of the third on the home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Baseball in the home of Panther Sports. Big 3-1 lead here. 1 run on a sac fly. Carson Allen hit it to deep center field.
Second baseman
Rutledge leads off. Rutledge leads off for the number 9 hitter for the Willow Springs Bears. And then you go 9-1-2. Bottom of the third inning, Panthers lead 3-1. Carson on for his third inning of work. Got his first 2 strikeouts last inning. He winds, he deals. Ball high and tight, 1 ball, no strikes. Carson, he looks in, gets his sign from Hoyt, and he's ready to go to work. He works very fast. There's a ball high.
2-0.
2 balls, no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes. No outs. He winds, throws one in the dirt.
Ball low, 3-0.
3 balls, no strikes. Carson is yet to walk a kid today, but it looks like he's got to fight all the way back. There's ball 4. 4 straight balls. It brings up Rogers. Foster on deck, the catcher. Rogers hit a double his last at bat. Runner on first and likes the Rutledge. Nobody out. Panthers lead 3-1. SCA action. There's a ball high. Carson has had very good command till right now. Looks in, gets a sign from Hoyt. There's a good pitch.
Called strike, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. That ball was over the inner half of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1, nobody out. Runner on first. Got on Carson's first walk. Beautiful curveball there. Beautiful curveball there. That makes the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Allen looks in, checks the runner. He winds and fires. He's going. Hit and run. Mayberry's on the roll. He gets it. And they had to hit and run on, so the runner, Rutledge, had to run all the way back to first base. That brings Foster up. Foster bunted his way on with a base hit, an infield base hit, last at bat. 1 down. Runner on first. Panthers up 3-1. Allen looks in, gets the sign from Hammer and Hoyt. He throws. Good pitch there as he fouled straight back. Nice off-speed pitch. No balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 3rd inning. SCA action. Down here on a warm day. Allen comes set. He checks the runner, fires. Oh, and he went. Allen comes set, fires. That's right over the plate for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hutzel holding the runner on at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Carson. He's going, and the ball gets by Hoyt. Goes to the fence. Carson. He comes set. Runner at second. Now the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. There it is, drilled into center field for a base hit. And they get it in a hurry. Carson cuts it off. And the Rutledge only can get to third base. That's how hard it was hit. Wilbanks, the batter. Roberts in the hole for Willa. Carson, that's what half score here. Catcher's interference helped move the runners. We didn't have any hits that inning and scored 2 runs. Now we're in the bottom of the 3rd. Runners on the corner for Willa. There's a fly ball into center. It drops. It drops as the outfielders are playing deep. And Keeling couldn't get back there. And 1 run in for Willa. The count score is 3-2 now. That brings up Roberts. He didn't hit that very well. It was a high pitch. It hit off his handle. Just blooped out into center field. Carson's consistently high. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. He winds and he deals. There's one that looked good.
Called strike, 1-1.
Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on first and second for Willa, just 1 out. 1 run in. Trying to field it.
Roberts, the infield single with the bunt.
And Roberts gets an infield single. Now bases are juiced. That brings up Moss. Kaufman on deck. Cade going out to talk to him. And the small ball. 2 infield base hits on 2 bunts. 3-2's your score. Bases full of Bears. Carson trying to get out of the jam. Carson, no balls, 1 strike. If you can't be here, Mountain Grove Panther Sports on YouTube. You can watch it there. We're streaming it. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Carson winds. He fires way outside. trying to get him to chase, and the count. There's strike three. That was a huge strikeout with runners full of, with bases full of bears. Now that means 2 outs. Kaufman comes to the plate. The Willow Springs coach is going to talk to him. There's going to be a pinch hitter for Kaufman.
Gillum is going to pinch hit for Kaufman.
Gillum's going to pinch hit for Kaufman right now. Richardson, the umpire, says let's get her going. Bases loaded. Carson with another strikeout. That's 3 on the day. He winds and he fires. There's a pretty pitch right there, and Gillum swings right through it. Wind's starting to pick up here in Willow. 3-2 your score. Panthers on top. Panthers trying to leave the score where it is, 3-2. Carson, he winds, he deals. Good block by Hoyt. The runners can't advance, but Carson falls behind in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Carson winds, fires. There's a good pitch. And that, and Peterson dives. He can't make the catch. That's going to bring home 2 Willow Spring Bears. Now the Panthers find themselves behind, 4-3 to Willow.
Up to the plate, Roberts and Gillum.
Robert.
Second and first, respectively.
That'll bring up Lures. That'll bring up Lures with 2 outs. Carson fell behind there. Nowhere to put him. There's a curveball for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. There's 1 hit towards Mayberry. He's up with it. Fires to first, and that's going to do it for Willow. But not till they get 2 runs and take the lead, 4-3 on 2 hits. And Strand 2 will be back with the top of the 4th with the Panthers coming to bat on the home of Panther baseball, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Baseball on home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Panthers find themselves behind going to the top of the 4th inning. First time, or the second time they've been behind in SCA competition. It's 4-3 as a pinch and a good move by the Willow Springs coach. And a key hit there with bases loaded. Carson had fallen behind and 2 runs scored as Sam Peterson dove for it but couldn't come up with it. It was a good effort. Now we're on shortstop's calling for it. He goes way back and makes the catch. Roberts squeezes it and brings it in. Gabe 0 for 2 on the day. Hadn't seen that much this year. There's Hoy. Hoy pops one up, all attacking the baseball. Sam Peterson on deck, 1 out. Panthers down 4-3 here. But we'll roll it back to the top after Peterson. There's a wind and a deal. Hoy swings and misses at a 1 in the dirt. He's not seeing the ball real good. It doesn't look like right now. That was never a strike. He said, why not? Throw it again. That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Braden. They dig in. That's a ball just a touch outside.
2-2.
Just a touch outside on Braden. Good eye. Good eye by Hoy. Rogers fires curves here lately, but a good take right there on a tough one to take. That was a slider down in the dirt. Now the count moves full with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Second, his last at bat.
Keeling on deck.
Keeling on deck, the top of the order. Rogers looks in, gets the sign, fires. Fouled off by Peterson into the net. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 4-3 is your score, Willow Springs. As Rogers has been mowing them down. We scored 2 runs last inning, but didn't have a hit. And there's a ball outside. Good eye by Sam. That evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-3. Rogers, he winds, he fires. There's a ball. That's a strike. And that looked a little high and outside, but got the call anyway. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yes, by Sam, and that's strikeout number 6 for Rogers, and that'll do it for the Panthers, who go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back with more Panther baseball on the home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Baseball on the home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. We moved to the bottom of the 4th inning with Willow Springs leading this one 4-3 as the Panthers hitting is kind of shut off. We only have about 3 hits in this
Leading
thing.
off the 4th for the Bears, first baseman number 9, Luke Mansfield.
Luke Mansfield will lead off. No secret, Carson's a fast worker. He gets up there and throws them. Allen got in trouble. No balls, 1 strike. Allen on for his 4th inning of work. Bottom of the 4th here. Panthers down 4-3. Trying to hold them.
Line 0-2.
0-2. Got 8, 9, and 1. So what it looks like here. Allen. He winds, he fires, and throws it right by him for strikeout number 4. And that brings up Rutledge.
Rutledge up to bat.
Rutledge, the second baseman. Rogers on deck. Foster in the hole for the Willow Springs Bears. We're here in Willow Springs, Missouri. Allen winds and fires just a touch low. Allen winds, he deals. Just a touch high.
Ball high.
2 balls, no strikes here. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 outside. 1 out. Rutledge the 9-hitter, and then we go to the top of the order. And he loses that one. It brings Rogers with 1 man. You got a senior and center. Coach Kaufman's going to go out and visit, and while he does, we'll send it back to the studio for a word from our great sponsors on the home of Panther Baseball, Big Country 99. 99. As we're getting ready for a pitching change, I didn't see that. Caden Richardson's going to take over on the bump for Carson Allen. Caden warming up. He started the day at third base. And now he's going to take over in relief as Carson's going to move to third. Hutzel's going to play first. Keeling at short. You'll have Mayberry at second. You have Hoy in left, Linton in center, and Peterson in right. So that's the defensive alignment. Hammer and Hoyt Matthews behind the plate. And you'll have Caden Richardson on the bump. So bottom of the fourth with one out, and Carson just walked his man. We come in with a different style as Caden Richardson comes in. Caden hadn't thrown. He threw a couple pitches. I don't know. Monday. I know he did Friday, but I can't remember the last time he went to work. As the infielders go back to their positions, Caden throws one of his curveballs as he's warming up. He's got one more pitch. Bottom of the fourth inning with a runner on first. Willow's leading Mountain Grove 4-3.
Richardson will take pitching duties over for the Panthers. Allen moved to third base.
Allen
Rogers
at
on
third.
bat.
Rogers.
Runner on first. One out. Foster on deck.
One down. Richardson. One away for the Willow Springs Bears. Panthers trying to hold them still. Top of the order coming up. He spikes one in the dirt, but Rutledge doesn't advance on first base. One ball, no strikes. Richardson looks in. He comes set. He fires. And a swing and a foul tip. It must have gotten Hoyt a little bit. One evens the count. One ball, one strike. Richardson, who catches, plays third. Caden comes set, fires to first again. These runners back easily. One ball, one strike, one out. 4-3 your score. Willow Springs on top. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Caden comes set. He fires. Ball up high. Count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first. He comes set. He fires. That ball's high and inside. He's behind in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. Richardson comes set. He fires. There's a bash hitting deep left center. They go back. Linton can't run it down, but it's going to be a double. As Rogers hits it to right center. That's his second double of the day. And when you get behind in the count, you got to throw it right dead center. Throw strikes early and often. His last time, Willow looking to add to their 4-3 lead. He comes set. He throws that one way away, and the ball bounces all over the place. Richards, that ball. Hammer and Hoyt behind the plate. 4-3 here. Richardson comes set. No strikes, and we need some strikes. 1 out. That ball's high. 3-0. We're in the meat of the Willow Springs order. And Richardson hadn't gotten anybody out yet.
Roberts on deck.
Panthers haven't lost an SCA game, I think, in 2 or 3 years. Bases are full of Bears again. swing and a bad pitch for strike one. Richardson got a little help there. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. He needs time. Line down the right field line, but foul.
First base line. Make it 0-2.
And that makes it no balls and 2 strikes. A strikeout would be huge here for Caden. With bases juiced, full of bears. 4-3 is your score. Set, he fires. Oh, he just gets a piece of it and spoils a good pitch by Caden. Just fouled it off to stay alive. You got Wilbanks and then Roberts. Richardson. Way to the fence. 2-run score. He's sending another one. That's going to be 3 runs in, and just like that. And the Panthers have a big hill to climb and still only are 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning with 3 runs in.
Up to bat for the Bears, Roberts with 1 out.
And that brings up Roberts, the shortstop. Outfield playing real deep. There's a swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out. He laced that deal out in right field. Sam was going to play it on the hop, and it got by him. There's a curveball that goes way outside.
Ball outside, 1-1.
One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Caden comes set. He fires. There's a strike. He goes ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Strikeout would be huge here. Runner on third. Only 1 out. Richardson comes set. He fires. And the curveball doesn't quite break enough. Strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. He comes set. He fires. Swing and a miss. And that brings up Moss. Richardson. He comes set. He fires. There's a sharp hit to Keeling. He has it. Fires across the diamond and gets inning. They get 3 runs on 3 hits. And strand 1. We'll be back with the top of the 5th with the Panthers coming to hit on the home of Panthers. Carson Allen, then Hammer and Hoyt, or Richardson, Allen, and Matthews. So Keeling, Mayberry, Richardson, Allen, Matthews. There's a ball fouled away. Gatlin has yet to make an out today. Good to see. Panthers find themselves. They got to get a rally going. Rogers, he spikes one in the dirt outside and evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. There's a ball way outside, and that moves the count 2 balls, 1 strike on Gatlin. We need base runners and a bunch of them. Down 7 to the right, and that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rogers winds. He deals way outside. That moves the count full. Tried to get Gatlin to chase one. Mayberry on deck. He's yet to have a hit. Reached on an error. That was a protection swing for Keeling.
3-2.
Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rogers looks in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3 to the Willow. Draws a walk. It's going to bring up Mayberry. Mayberry reached on it.
Richardson on deck.
Mayberry reached on an error his last time. Nobody out. Keeling on first. Mayberry, Richardson, Allen, and Hammer and Hoyt. Bryland smacks one foul down the third base side. Goes off the net. Coach Kaufman fires it back into the pitcher. Rogers comes set. He fires home. That one's right over the plate. Mayberry missed it. He just popped it up. Not Keeling couldn't decide whether they were going to catch it or not. He was lucky not to get pulled off.
No outs. Runners on first and second.
Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Richardson with one of the 3 RBIs so far today. Carson with another one. Oh, and they call him out.
Steal third. Thrown out by Foster. First out. Mayberry advances to second.
I can't believe that. He was there, but Mayberry on at second as they did a double steal. Down 7-3. Trying to make something happen. Good swing by Richardson. Hits it down the right field line. No balls, 2 strikes. Richardson with a runner on. Panthers need runs in the worst way. Down 7-3 here, top of the 5th. 1 out. As Keeling just was gunned out at third base. There's a high bouncer up the middle. Shortstop has it. Easy play, but Mayberry gets to third. And the ball gets by him. Mayberry gonna score and cut into that Willow Springs lead. And that was huge with Keeling getting thrown out at third because he would have made it also.
Fair throw for the score, 7-4.
That brings up Allen. Only 2 hits on the day for the Panthers, but 4 runs. Hammer and Hoyt on deck. Rogers looks in, gets the sign. He winds. Carson takes one over the inner half. No balls, 1 strike. 2 down for the Panthers here in the top of the 5th. 7-4 is your score. Willow on top. There's one right over the heart of the plate. Fly out into right field, and it goes out foul territory. Just a long strike.
All fouled up and out of play, 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes on Carson. 2 outs. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 out. No ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Rogers, he winds. Oh, and it hits the umpire, or hits Carson.
Will advance to first.
So, no, the umpire says he didn't get hit. As the catch.
Be up to bat for the Panthers. Hustle on deck.
Hammer and Hoyt at the plate. Panthers need base runners, need runs. Willow's gotten the big base hits. Panthers haven't. That's a ball high on Hoyt. Only 2 hits in the game for the Panthers. And Keeling led off with a double. And he gets hit.
Matthews hit by pitch.
And that's a second one.
Hustle up the bat. Linton on deck.
So runners on as the Unger comes in to courtesy run for Hoyt. You got Allen on second, Destin Unger on first, and Garrett Hutzel. And as the coach comes out for a meeting on the mound, we're going to take time and send it to back to the studio. Hutzel at the plate, and there's a ball high as it goes over his head. Hutzel hitless on the day. But the count moves 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Got Unger on first, Allen on second. Hutzel at the dish. Rogers. There's a high power. Third baseman boots it. Hutzel's going to beat it out.
2 outs. Hoy on deck.
This will be Linton's biggest bat so far this year. The senior has been hot, but he's cooled off the last two games. You got Hutzel on first, Unger on second, Allen, and he swings and misses. He's not keeping his head on the ball. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Rogers warnings. There's one fouled off out of play, and Gabe's down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. He's going to have to choke and poke it. Boy, a hit right here would be what the doctor ordered. He winds, he fires. A little bit outside. Man, didn't miss by much. I don't know how you could take that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He winds. It's in the dirt. He didn't.
Low and away, 2-2.
What happened there? We had everybody going. The coach is going out to argue the call that said he went. That's an assistant coach. They don't get to talk. Put them back in the dugout. Assistant coaches should be seen and not heard. For Willow. Linton with the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hutzel almost was in nowhere man's land. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rogers winds and fires. There's one. It's hit. Shortstop has it. He throws and gets Linton, and that's going to do it here in the top of the 5th inning. But they get 1 run on no hits, and Strand 3 will move to the bottom half of the. Well, let's see who's coming up. 12.
Leading off the 5th for the Bears, number 3, Jethro Gillum, Lures on deck.
Gillum, who came in for Kaufman, got the big base hit. Lures, and then Rutledge or Mansfield. See if the Panthers can't get out of this in quick order and go hit. Gabe made the left. Richardson winds. He deals. There's a slow roller to third base. Carson's fielded it. He fires to first, but not in time. As Hutzel stretches way out. And Gillum was 2 for 2 on the day. Lueck. That's the last thing the Panthers need is base runners tonight. Down 7-4 here in the bottom of the 5th. Richardson on in relief of Allen. In for his second inning of work. Comes set. Fires it in. Oh, there's a bunt. And Allen gets him. He said the ball was foul. And he didn't. He ran out of an out, and a base running blunder by the Willow Springs Bears helps the Mountain Grove Panthers. I don't know what he was thinking.
Stoll trying to advance, or out trying to advance. Be 2 outs for Luke Mansfield. Rutledge on deck.
Carson was arguing he wasn't over on his base. He was arguing that it was a foul ball, and you could see it right here. It did roll foul before he picked it up, but he's the umpire. So, but I think if you watch on the screen at home, you'll see just what it takes. Pitchers don't lie. Richardson. There's a nice pitch. Just called. It must be just a little low. 2 balls and no strikes. Richardson working in a hurry. 2 out. There's a good pitch right there.
Ball hits the outside corner, 2-2.
Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out. He winds way outside. That moves the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Richardson comes set, pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to do it for Willow here in the bottom of the 5th. 3 up, and, well, not 3 up, 3 down, but no runs on no hits. No one stranded. 99. Welcome back to Panther Baseball on the home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. We move on to the top of the 6th inning. Panthers with only 2 more chances here find themselves down 7-4 to the Willow Springs Bears. And time running out. See what they can muster. These step runners and lots of them find themselves down 3 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. Rogers winds. There, no balls, 1 strike. Ball, 1 strike. Here on a Monday afternoon, getting a little overcast, but they wind, and then that one goes out 2 balls, 1 strike. That's what I thought. Rogers. That ball's high. Makes it 3 balls, 1 strike.
Ball high, 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike. We need base runners. I don't care how they get on. Just get on. Rogers winds. That ball's off the play deck, top of the order. See if the Panthers can. Hoy gets a big lead on first. Rogers comes set. He fires. There's a ball.
To right field for the first out of the inning.
And that's
Running
first
on
out.
Keeling up to the plate for the Panthers.
That'll be Keeling. Now it'll be Gatlin's turn. Hoy went halfway and came back as the right fielder made the play. It's drilled into right and center field, and it gets by the center fielder, Braden, turning on the Jets. They're going to hold him up. He didn't get a good read on that baseball.
Keeling.
But Keeling with his second double of the day.
Stand-up double.
He's had two doubles. That brings up Mayberry afternoon. And ducks on the pond. Cut into that lead. You got Mayberry, Richardson, Allen, and Matthews. Need to get a hit out of all of them. 7-4 is your score. It's been all Willow Springs. There's a good piece of hitting. The second baseman's up with it. Fires to first. But that's going to get a run home.
Mayberry grounds to second.
Makes it 7-5. And we continue to chip away at that lead. That brings up Richardson with Allen on deck, Hoyt in the hole. 7-5 now. You got Hoyt. Swing. You got Keeling on third. As a foul tip comes all the way back here. Caden with a hit and an RBI in the first in that 4-hole. No balls. One strike. He hits that one out there. Is it going to get down? Long run. And the right fielder catches it. And that's going to do it. With more Panther baseball on the home of Panther Sports. Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Baseball on the home of Panthers. Keep trying to chip away at that lead. They're running out of time. 7-5 is your score, Willow Springs. Next inning we'll have Allen, Matthews, and Hutzel. Rutledge will lead off for the Bears, and then back to the top of the order for them. 7-5 is your score here. Richardson. There's the fastball for a strike on the 9-hole hitter for Willow. No balls, one strike here. He's walked twice today. Curveball breaks way out of the zone. It moves the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top or bottom of the 6th. Richardson. There's a one fouled over towards the dugout. Richardson.
Up and out of play, 2-2.
Mountain Grove versus Willow Springs. Caden wants a new baseball. He threw that one in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the order coming up for Richardson with a 2-2 count. He fires. 3 balls, 2 strikes here. With third time Rutledge has walked today. They just can't throw him strikes. That brings up Rogers, who's got 2 doubles today. Steps in from the right. Swing. Fouls it off. It comes straight back here. Bounces off the wood. No balls, one strike, nobody out. Richardson looks in, gets your score. Willow on top. There's a good pitch, Richardson's the first for the Willow Springs Bears. Panthers looking to hold them close. He winds, he deals. There's one fouled out of play. He comes set, fires.
Ball outside, 1-2.
He tries to get him to chase, no go. Richardson looks in, doesn't like his sign. Throws it over to first. Runner's back. Throws it back over to first. Runner over at first. He fires over there again. There's one high fly ball hit out into right field. Sam's drifting over. He makes the catch. And there's one retired here in the bottom. Lost one out. Runner on first here. Big out right there by Richardson. Rogers has hurt Panthers today with 2 doubles. Keeling has 2 doubles also. Problem with Keeling's is nobody's been on most of the time. Hoy was on this last time. There's a good pitch right there for a strike. Caden's starting to settle in a little bit. Rutledge on first for the Willow Springs Bears. 5-7's your score here. 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. There's one.
Left field. Rutledge advances to second. It'll be first and second and 1 out for Wilbanks.
Yep. Wilbanks comes to the plate.
It's on deck.
1 out. Wilbanks with Roberts on deck. Coach Kaufman comes out to the mound. As Coach Kaufman comes out and takes the ball, we'll send it back to our station for a word from our great sponsors on the home of Panther baseball, Big Country 99. Home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99, as Coach Kaufman makes a pitching change and Gatlin Keeling comes from shortstop to first. And you got Wilbanks up. That's a foul ball chopped down the third baseline. 1 more half to go to try to tie this thing up. 7-5's your score. Keeling, the third pitcher for the Panthers today. Right back at him. He's got the runner at third, desk right. And they get the lead runner, and that's 2 outs. Lead runner off the bases. In Bay. Low, 1 ball, no strikes. First base is open. Or no, excuse me, runners on first and second. 2 down. Force at any base, 2 outs. Coming up for the Panthers, you'll have Allen, Matthews. Panthers need an out here. Kept them off the scoreboard last inning. Good block.
3-1's the count.
3-1's the count here. Now first base is open. The base. Ball 4. He loses him. Roberts draws the. That brings up Moss. Keeling steps back on the rubber in the windup. He winds. He throws. There's a swing and a miss right there. No balls, 1 strike. Good pitch seen all game. He winds. Coach going to talk to Moss. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Out there and talks to Gatlin for a minute. Gatlin, he won. It's coming. It's Foster steals home, and Hoyt was sleeping. Runner struck out for sure. Did on the video too. Man. There's strike 3. That's a makeup call, but it's too late because the Bears get a run, insurance run in, and lead this 8-5. We'll be back with more Panther baseball on the home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Baseball on the home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Rogers goes out to see if he can finish off the Panthers and hand them their first SCA loss of the year. Panthers down 8-5 after a steal of home. And on a controversial play, we thought the runner was out on a strike. Through Carson Allen, Hammer and Hoyt Matthews, Garrett Hutzel, and Gabe Linton. Rogers is going all the way. We hadn't seen anybody else. And Willow Springs. Having a meeting on the mound as they throw it around. See if Carson can't get something going here in the top of the 7th, down 8-5 to the Willow Springs Bears. Panthers lost on Friday 5-4 to a tough West Plains ball club. Played very good. See what we can do in the top of the 7th. Never say die. There's a ball, a lot of them. Strike right across the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike there. Allen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A contest. That's the first out here in the top of the 7th.
1 out. Matthews up to bat.
That'll bring up Hammer and Hoyt. Hutzel on deck. Linton in the hole. Need some runs. 1 out. Rogers. Just a touch off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. He's thrown a good game. Had 2 doubles. He's out of a whale of an ache. Man. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. On Hammer and Hoyt Math. There's the first. There's out number 2.
5-3 put out. 2 outs.
Panthers are down to their last out. 8-5. They wind and fire. That ball's over the inside part. No, called a ball. There's a strike over the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 2 balls, 1 strike. Rogers winds and fires. That one's low, and the count moves to 3 balls and 1 strike. And the Panthers still have a little bit. Sun blue sky is gone. Rogers winds. There's a ball high, and Hutzel draws a walk, and that's going to bring up Linton. Gabe. Braden Hoy on deck, and the coach is going to come out.
Pinch runner for Hutzel.
As the pinch runner is going to be Caden Murphy. Will run for Hutzel. It's to Rogers. We're going to take a short break and send it back to the studio for a word from our. Never mind, he's off the field. So whatever he had to say was quick. So Hutzel's going to be on first, but it's going to be Caden Murphy, I think. Yep. Caden Murphy will be on first. Linton at the plate. Panthers down by 3, 8-5. Hoy on deck. Murphy with good speed. Right at the knees for Linton. No balls, 1 strike. Murphy gets a good lead at first. Rogers, he winds, he deals. That's inside. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Panthers down to their last out. With a run by Linton. One ball, 2 strikes. Panthers down to their last strike here on a Monday afternoon SCA contest. He winds, he deals. That ball's just a touch off the plate. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Murphy on first. A foul ball, and Linton stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Eight to 5's your score. Will on top. Panthers trying to come back. The senior, Gabe Linton, center fielder. The count is deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. He pitch. That's up high, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. It's high. Ball 4, he loses him. And let's see what that does. That might be all it wrote for Johnson, or for Rogers. That's his second trip to the mound. So as we find out who the new Willow pitcher is, we'll send it back to the studio for a word from our sponsors on the home of Panther baseball, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Baseball on the home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. We're down to our last out. Hoy's due. He looks at a strike right down the central, right across the plate. Braden's due. Had a big hit last Monday at Hava. About hit it out. 8-5. And the Bears, Willow Springs Bears, are the winners today. We'll be back with the Family Pharmacy postgame show after